The Galactic throne was the seat of power for the most powerful beings in the galaxy. For 10,000 years, they had ruled 1,000 worlds. Their word was law. The throne convened to discuss a new species. Humans. They had been expanding, trading, thriving. Some leaders were concerned. The Krell delegate spoke first. Humans are aggressive. They expand too fast. We should contain them before they become a problem. The High Chancellor, an ancient Drath, waved a hand. Humans have no warships. Their technology is primitive. They are no threat to us. Others joined in. No warships. Then they are harmless. Let them play in their corner of space. The vote was unanimous. Humans were not a threat. They had no warships. No way to project power. Ignore them. A single human woman sat in the corner. No one spoke to her. No one looked at her. She listened to them laugh at her species. The throne issued a formal declaration. Humans were primitive but peaceful. They had no warships. They were no threat. The human stood. You have made a mistake, she said quietly. But you will learn. The leaders laughed. A human threatening them? Impossible. They dismissed her and returned to their celebrations. The ambassador left. She sent a single message back to Earth. They laughed. They said we have no warships. They think we are harmless. A single word came back. Understood. Days later, the throne convened again. The mood was relaxed. The human question was settled. Then the air shimmered. Space bent. A ship appeared directly behind the throne room window. Massive. Dark. Armed. And unmistakably human. The throne room went silent. Leaders froze mid-sentence. Guards scrambled for weapons. The ship hung there, silent, watching. Some ran. Some fainted. Some screamed. The High Chancellor stared, his ancient face pale as death. A transmission came. The same human ambassador appeared on every screen. Calm. Quiet. You said we have no warships. You were wrong. She continued. We have been hiding for centuries. Watching. Learning. Building. You never noticed because we didn't want you to. The leaders looked at the ship. At its weapons. At its size. They realized they knew nothing about humans. The ship fired one shot. Not at the throne. At an empty asteroid in the distance. The asteroid vaporized. Gone. That was 1% of our power, the ambassador said. We do not want war. We never did. But if you threaten us, we will defend ourselves. And we will not stop until you cannot threaten anyone ever again. The High Chancellor found his voice. What do you want? Peace. That is all. Leave us alone. Leave our allies alone. And we will leave you alone. No one spoke. No one moved. The ship hung there, waiting. The High Chancellor nodded. We agree. Peace. The ship shimmered and vanished. Gone as if it never existed. The throne room was silent. Leaders looked at each other. They had just learned a lesson they would never forget. But in a dark room elsewhere, a faction of military leaders gathered. Their faces were hard. Their eyes burned with anger. They would not accept this humiliation. They would find a way to destroy the humans. They would have revenge. A group of military leaders from the most powerful species formed a secret alliance. They would build a fleet. They would attack human space. They would destroy the threat before it grew. For years, they worked in secret, building ships, gathering weapons, planning their attack. No one knew. No one suspected. The humans knew. They had always known. Their ships watched everything. Their spies were everywhere. But they did nothing. They waited. The secret fleet launched. Hundreds of ships. The best the galaxy had. They jumped toward human space, confident, ready. They reached Earth. Blue. Beautiful. Defenseless. They prepared to fire. Space filled with human ships. Thousands of them. They decloaked from everywhere. Behind. Below. Above. On every side. The attackers were surrounded. Weapons aimed. Trapped. The same calm voice appeared on their screens. We knew you were coming. We always know. We let you build your fleet. We let you come here. We wanted you to see. The human ships fired. Not at the attackers. At a nearby moon. The moon cracked. Broke apart. Vaporized into dust. That is what we can do, the voice said. We showed mercy once. We will not show it again. Leave. Never return. Tell your people. Tell everyone. The fleet fled. They did not look back. They returned home and told their story. The galaxy listened. Across 1,000 worlds, the lesson spread. Do not attack humans. Do not threaten them. They had warships. They always had warships. They were just waiting. The throne convened again. This time, no one laughed. No one doubted. They voted to make humans protected allies. Peace was declared. But in the darkness, a new question emerged. If humans had been hiding warships for centuries, what else were they hiding? A young scholar named Lyra became fascinated by humans. She studied their history, their culture, their technology. She wanted to understand the species that had terrified the galaxy for so long. She traveled to Earth, met with human leaders, asked the question everyone wondered but were too afraid to voice. What else are you hiding? The human leader smiled. It was the same ambassador from that day at the throne, older now but still calm, still kind. Nothing. Everything. It depends on your perspective. Lyra waited for an explanation. The ambassador continued. We do not hide out of fear. We hide out of choice. We value privacy. Peace. We do not want to be the center of attention. We never did. She paused. We have warships because we need to defend ourselves. But we also have hospitals, schools, farms, families. We are not a military species. We are just people. Lyra understood. Humans were not conquerors. They were not monsters. They were just people who wanted to be left alone. She was shown human worlds. Their cities. Their homes. Their lives. She saw children playing in parks. Families eating meals together. Couples walking hand in hand. Ordinary life. She made friends among humans. Learned their language. Their customs. Their jokes. They became family. Lyra returned to the throne. She told them what she had learned. Humans were not a threat. They were friends. The throne changed its policy. Humans were welcomed. Trade began. Alliances formed. Peace reigned. Humans and the galaxy worked together. Learned together. Grew together. Years later, a new signal was detected. From beyond the galaxy. Something was coming. Something big. And everyone looked to humans for answers. A mysterious signal arrived from outside the galaxy. It was powerful, ancient, and getting closer. The galaxy panicked. No one knew what it was. No one knew what to do. Ships scrambled. Leaders shouted. Fear spread like fire. Humans studied the signal. They recognized it. They had seen it before. The human ambassador stood before the throne. Her face was calm, but her eyes held something new. Concern. Long ago, before we came to this galaxy, we encountered something. Something that drove us here. We thought we had escaped it. We were wrong. The throne was terrified. If something scared humans, something that made them flee across galaxies, what chance did they have? Humans prepared. Not to fight. To flee. They offered to take anyone who wanted to come. To find a new home together. The galaxy had a choice. Stay and fight something they could not understand. Or leave with humans and find a new beginning. Many chose to go. Others stayed, unable to leave their homes. The human fleet prepared to depart. Thousands of ships. Humans and aliens together. The ships left. Thousands of them, heading into the unknown. Behind them, the galaxy grew smaller. Ahead, only darkness and stars. The human ambassador stood on a ship, watching the galaxy recede. Beside her stood Lyra, now old, a friend of many years. Will we ever find a home? Lyra asked. The ambassador smiled. We will. We always do. That's what humans do. We find a way. She looked at the stars ahead. And when we do, we'll build something new. Together. The fleet disappeared into the darkness. Behind them, the galaxy faded. Ahead, new stars awaited. Unknown. Waiting. And somewhere, a new home was waiting to be found.